Samara Khan turned me on to a video of Darren Till, who I believe is her favorite fighter, working out with Chimaev. I love everything about this gym. I think it's in Sweden just because I know that's where Alex Gustafsson was there, and that's where Chimaev, but they're underground. It's one of these, it's got an underground bunker. It's just a fantastic gym, and it was old school. These guys were working their butts off. Loved it. Loved everything about it. Thank you to Samara. Let's talk Chimaev. We have many expressions within the vernacular of our industry that are wrong. They're just flat wrong. If a guy wins a championship, by example, and then he defends the championship and he defends it again, he is not a three-time world champion. He's won one world championship that he defended twice. And this goes back and forth. We have UFC Hall of Famers to this day from yesteryear that have done just that had defended a belt 6 times and declare themselves 6-time champion of the world. They're wrong. You had to lose that belt. Whether you changed divisions, whether you vacated it, whether you were beaten, whether you were stripped, you had to lose that belt to come back and get it a second time. Otherwise, you're just a champion. It's not an insult, but you can't add to that bravado. It's not like the Olympic Games where you come in 2000, but then you came back in 2024 and you got a gold medal both times. Well, I wasn't just defended, I won a second time. I agree, it's different. I don't make the rules, but here's what they are. Let me make sure that I explain, on the vein of Chimaev, what a champ is. I trust that Chimaev knows. I strongly disagree with what I believe is to be Chimaev's next move. Chimaev's next move is going to be to settle in a division that we're told 170 pounds. Pursue a ranking, a number 1 contendership, and ultimately the title. Great. That's a damn good plan. High aspirations. Nothing I've seen so far that says that can't be exactly what Chimaev does. But it's not what Chimaev is saying. Chimaev isn't even saying he wants to be champ. Chimaev is saying he would like to be champ. The belief behind that is he will capture 170. Now, you got to capture that damn thing, which apparently he's 4 fights away from even given the opportunity. You then got to clean out that division and prove it a second time. You then have to build interest with the 85-pound champion. Very hard to get the belt, but we have seen it before. And if he can get the 85-pound belt while having the 70-pound belt, he will be a champ. He would like to go for the trifecta of then going up to 205 pounds. Now, again, you got to clean out 185 while defending at 70. You got to get to 205, which means you get a guy's interest there. They're going to have half the sense to dismiss you and brush you away as an opportunity to just not have to do that. And then you're going to have to beat him. Hard to do. No problem. Chimaev seems like a guy with big goals. I would never take that from him. But that is not what a champ is, just so we're clear. Champ is not for somebody who wins a world championship in 2 different weight classes. By example, the great Randy Couture is not a champ. He was the light heavyweight champion. He was the heavyweight champion. Never at the same time. Very relevant. It's very relevant because if Chimaev thinks he should be a 70-pounder that's going to bump to middleweight, that's then going to go to 205 and not be stripped, he's wrong. That would be silly. Just imagine that right now. Let's imagine we all concede and go, this is the one guy that do it. Please, Dana, please, let's just see if he can or not. If he does, oh my God, it'll be history. And if he doesn't, we'll never ask for this again. Just say, like, genie pops out of the bottle and this is the wish that you make. That would never happen. And Dana will not say yes. If you're the 70-pound champion who gets a shot for 85, you are now going to have to pick. If you're like Amanda Nunes that's in high enough demand and you just can't get beat, you could go back and forth. There is no scenario where you then get to go after the 205 belts. Thus, you cannot be the champ. You could be a 3-division champion, but the vernacular is different. A 3-division champion, wonderful, is not the same thing as a champ. Just like if you win a belt and you defend it, you are not now a 2-time champion. False valor. The play, if that is in fact your absolute goal, I don't know that that is Chimaev's. I just know that Chimaev says that it's Chimaev. And I know that he should continue to say it is. Because from what we've seen so far, he's the only guy you could close your eyes in make-believe land that you could see pulling that off. Champ of 3 different divisions. But if he did in fact want champ, if that really is, if I don't take this with a grain of salt and I just take him at his word, then he very clearly has to go middleweight. Win the middleweight belt. Then you choose whether you go up. You choose whether you go down first. And whichever one you succeed, then again, you're just changing one weight class. We've seen guys able to go down in weight. We've seen guys able to go up in weight. We have never seen anybody allowed to skip a weight and go to the next one, which is why 170 is a silly move. There's a lot of reasons I don't get this 170 business. I don't know what he's doing. If you want to be in the tough guy business, you try to get bigger. You don't try to get smaller. Tough guys don't get smaller. Tough guys don't cut weight. They don't have to. You live your life. You're happy. You get up. You show up on the scale, just like Izzy Adesanya does. Never been a champion in UFC history to cut less weight than Israel Adesanya. In a very short period of time, I'm going to be able to tell you that nobody has ever performed at a championship level better than Izzy Adesanya. And I want you to know why. He is spending all of his energy and all of his focus on the sport, not on defeating a very hard opponent the day before, known as the scale. Now, that's Chimaev's business. If Chimaev doesn't really believe that he's going to be champ, and he's got to pick one, and he's got the same mindset that everybody else does, which is if I can do good here, then I'm going to go down a weight. If that's no problem, he will just blend in. I wouldn't give Chimaev a hard time for it. It's what everybody else does. No problem. But I don't know if I should take him with a grain of salt. He's made a number of very interesting claims, and then he's gone out and done them all. He's got 205-pounders vouching for him. He is the one guy where this level of interest does exist. I don't know how big of a deal that is. I don't know that that's like some kind of a marketing gem to have a champ. It actually sounds like it'd be very annoying. A guy that's got your belt in 3 different divisions and you want it defended 3 times a year in each division, but he can only do it 3 times altogether. I don't know that it is all that helpful, but if that's the game and that's the ride that we're on, it's just one more piece of evidence of what is he doing at 170. Unless he doesn't believe he can win it at 205, and we're not even having a conversation about light heavyweight, and it's all about 170, and everything else is just for headlines, I will shut my mouth, and that would make him 100% normal and in line with everyone else. Wouldn't give him a hard time at all. But I don't think that is what's happening. I think he believes he can do just as well at 185 as he does at 170, and I believe he thinks he could be champion of each. So it'll come back to my question, then why don't you? Why would you go cut weight? Why would you have to beat the scale? Why would you change your body? Why would you not live and be happier and have the energy to get the training in? I am curious to that question. And I don't know that anybody's challenging me. I don't think anyone's somebody somewhere has told Chimaev he's a 70-pounder. That's all that happened. I don't think Chimaev came out and said, hey guys, I don't want to do this 2-weight thing. I want to start getting a ranking. I want to start to pursue a title. I'm going to do it at welterweight. I don't think that happened. I don't know who made that phone call or who made that decision or who put this in his ear, but it's not too late. He does not have a fight booked. Chimaev versus Gilbert Burns looks to be the direction it's heading. That fight is not booked. That fight was never booked. It was a rumor on the internet that within this sport is a great place to get a rumor going to turn it into fruition, but it's not booked. It's not signed. It's not too late for Chimaev. If Chimaev truly wants to be a champ, he has to go to the weight in the middle. He can't start at 205 and get all the way to 70. He can't start at 70 and get all the way to 205. He could start at middle, go up 1, and go down 1. The same as everybody else who's ever been given this opportunity. He'll just be the first to choose to go up 1 and down 1. But it is very relevant. It does matter. I will say it my last time. Chimaev needs to really consider pursuing his first title run at 185 pounds.